Good day, YouTubians. Purple Mentat here, bringing you a vlog. I'm hanging out on the Ruin Wolf Agrarian Skies server with Big Bad Devil as I just kinda chill a bit and get a little bit of, well, housekeeping kind of done while I talk to you guys. So, I've been working towards all of the things from the Patreon. I don't even have words for how thankful and grateful I am. I am amazed and surprised and not a little bit confused at the outpouring of support, the amount of cash that has been pledged every month coming directly out of one of your pockets to help me pursue this dream of YouTube and of being a healthy person. So thank you. Thank you all for the support. Not just the people who were able to pledge, but also the people that are supporting my videos by watching, by liking, by commenting, by subscribing, by telling your friends. It means a lot to me, an awful lot. Now, how are things going? Well, the Patreon did amazing. It gathered $495 in the very first month. That is just short of the amount needed for the server. The patrons only server is almost certain to go up next month. Now, I have been doing some more research on that whole thing. Let me actually pull the Patreon page up here. And I'm going to show you a screenshot of, right now, a little screen share of the money that came in for last month. Because I want you guys to see this. I want you guys to know that 500 was pledged, exactly 500 for the amount for the server goal, but only 495 came in. And when I set these goals up, I did not realize that the page would be displaying money that wasn't actually there. So even though at the time of this recording, the Patreon says that it is pulling in $599 per month, well, I haven't gotten $599. I have received $495. Minus taxes and fees and etc. So actually less than that. But I was accounting for the fees and the taxes when I set the goals where I did. And the goals are designed such that the cost of what I'm doing with them is going to be less than what I'm actually bringing in from the goal. For example, setting up that server, getting one that's good enough, that's going to have the kind of support that a server of this size is going to need, is not a cheap business. But it'll be considerably less than the, well, it should be considerably less than the cost of, well, than the amount that I'm actually getting for the goal. So, what I'm trying to say here is that I'm not immediately turning around and spending every penny that I'm getting from the Patreon fulfilling the goals. That would be kind of counterproductive. The whole idea here is for the Patreon, at least I believe that you guys want the money from the Patreon to benefit me and go towards my mental health treatment as well as my general living expenses so that I can focus more on the YouTubes without needing to worry about that sort of thing. So, speaking of mental health, where am I at? Well, I had a practice all picked out months ago when I had first looked into this and when I was first examining exactly how much it would cost to go get treatment without insurance. Unfortunately, since that point in time, the specific practitioner I was going to see at that practice is no longer with them. And she was the one person there that was trained in the dialectical behavior therapy, which is what is generally widely recommended for my particular condition. As such, I am on the hunt for someone that will fill my needs. I've sent out a couple of emails. I've made a couple of phone calls. I'm not having the best of luck so far, but I expect that I will have an appointment in the very near future. Well, I say very near. What I mean is hopefully sometime very soon. Hold on one moment. I need a bit of a drink before I continue. Anyway, sorry about that. So, tomorrow, which will be the 16th of July, I'm expecting to talk to a couple more practices, as I am waiting to hear back from them, and they promised me a return phone call by that date. And I should be able to get an appointment set up with one of them. Now, these appointments never come fast. It's not something like going to see a GP where it can be done in, you know, not a lot of time. It's something that usually takes quite a lot of time, actually. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to get me in to see someone within a couple of weeks, and that I'll be able to get this ball rolling, like, for reals, yo. But it is a process. Rushing that process is a good way to make treatment ineffective, and I'm not going to do that again because I've done it in the past. Now, other things that I'm doing in the short term, besides stocking cash aside to be able to help pay for these things, because the initial appointment is always much more expensive than the later appointments. Let me tell you about what I'm going to be doing with the money. That first appointment is usually 3 times the cost of later appointments because it takes longer. There's a lot more paperwork involved. They have to do a whole intake procedure involved with it. It's not something that is quite a standard appointment, and as such, you have to pay extra for it, because that's just how our medical system works. No matter what's going on, you have to pay extra. Now, after that, it will cost less, but that's why I was thinking that I would, the little gap to get to that first appointment, I knew that the first appointment would not come immediately within days of July 1st hitting. I knew it was going to take a little bit of time to get it, and I kind of actually counted on that, such that the YouTube money, which comes in the middle of the month, would also hit before that first appointment was a reality, and therefore I would be able to be able to afford the payment, basically, because it's not a cheap proposition. But that's not a complaint here. This is just me, like, telling you guys where the money's going to be going that you are sending me for the Patreon. Okay, so what am I doing in the short term? Because it's all well and good to have some long-term goals that I'm pursuing, but I also kind of need to, like, be functional now. Well, I have been doing some serious research on herbal supplements to help with anxiety. And the reason I've been investigating this is because I use St. John's wort for my depression, and it's been phenomenal. It's very, very useful for me. It does a lot of good in my life. And there's no reason to think that there isn't something equally good out there for anxiety. What I'm coming up with is passion flower and kava are both recommended. I'm going to be attempting passion flower because of everything that I've read about it and the things that I hope that will work for me. And we'll see if it will help me get through and feel a little less anxious between now and when it comes time to see a therapist and see a psychiatrist. Now, this isn't a long-term solution by any means, but hopefully it'll be a good short-term kind of stopgag, help me along deal. And what I'm going to be doing in the long term is most likely going to be something along the lines of a beta blocker. The medication that's available for anxiety is minimal, and most of the medications available are actually relatively hazardous. Like, you may have heard of benzodiazepines. They are not safe medications to take, especially long term. They do bad things to you. They are meant for short-term management of extreme crisis. And that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a long-term solution. I'm hoping that a beta blocker will be a good long-term solution, and I'm sure that given my general girth, my blood pressure could use some better management than it has anyway. So hopefully that'll, work out for me. You know what? That's really just not freaking working at all, is it? Come here, you. Go there. I thought that it would, but maybe that's the input side. Oh, you know what? If I break that, the entire thing's going to shut down partially, and that's not worth it. What is going on? 346 ingots, 1 nugget. Oh, it's flowing in. It's just there's that much freaking tin in there. Wow. Okay. That's pretty awesome. So short-term passion flower, long-term, well, really whatever the doctors recommend, but definitely not benzodiazepines because they're just so unsafe and so unhealthy. And I'm looking to get healthier, not, you know, less healthy. What this means for the videos and such. You'll note that I have not quite gotten towards the game auditions being revived yet. I've been securing permission to do some auditions of a couple of games. Those are on track. I'm also on track for the hangout this month. I realized that I failed to set a specific date for that hangout originally, and now organizing it is kind of a mess. That's on me. I'm learning as I'm going here. Next month and moving forward, I think I'm just going to pick a date and set the monthly hangout as it is happening at this time. Let me know below if I should just pick a date that works for me and let you guys work around it. Part of me doesn't want to do that because I feel like, you know, this is part of what you're paying for, but then again, I imagine a lot of you are also feeling like this is a you're not really paying to hang out with me, you're giving me money to help support me, and I shouldn't be thinking of it as something I owe you, more as a perk that you're getting out of helping to support me. Seems like the sort of feeling that I would have if I were supporting someone. So how about you guys tell me if you think that I should just pick a date or if I should keep working to try to make a scheduled thing happen. Speaking of the scheduled thing, I have put up a post recently on Patreon about the hangout, and I've gotten less response on it than I'm really happy about. And it was all you needed to do is go to this Doodle site, which is this kind of a group scheduling site. Right now I have 6 replies from people, and it is strongly looking like late in the afternoon on the 26th is going to be the day that I can get the most people involved. So check the Patreon feed, go to the Doodle, fill out the thing. If I don't have, I should be making a solid decision by Friday the 18th on what day and time it's going to be. And it's going to be a 3-hour Skype hangout. And if you guys want to do, if you want me to do some particular game, let me know. And we can do it as a Skype plus Twitch live stream or something. Or I can break out a webcam and we can chat face to face or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. One big giant Skype call with 20-odd people. We'll see how it goes. It'll be interesting if nothing else, and hopefully it'll be some fun for everyone involved. Okay, what else did we have on the list for Patreon? So it claims I've reached 4 milestones. The monthly Twitch stream is something that I thought that I would only be doing like the once a month, but I started learning how to do it, and I'm actually really enjoying Twitch. So I'm probably going to be making Twitch a regular part of my new media experiments. It's just a lot of fun to connect with you guys. I'm looking at making certain that there is a Saturday every month, probably before the patrons only hangout, in which I do a Twitch stream in addition to whatever other random streaming I end up doing. We'll see how it all works out, you know, the exact details of when that's going to be. But I'm definitely going to be doing more and more Twitch streaming, and if you are a patron of the $10 or above range, and I have your contact info and can get a hold of you very quickly, you may be randomly invited to join some sort of multiplayer gaming with me when I am doing some sort of Twitch stream. I know that recently I've been doing some Diablo on the European servers, Diablo 3 that is, with Slowpoke and his little crew, but, you know, there's no guarantee that this is the game that I am playing these days. Twitch is still a very hit or miss subject for me, so it's not something that I can give a solid guarantee on. Now, speaking of the servers, they will almost certainly be set up for August unless something drastic changes in the next couple of weeks and a whole bunch of people pull their pledge away, or something terrible happens and a whole bunch of people find that they can't afford the pledge, I would much rather, if you guys can't afford what you're pledging me, that you take care of yourselves and your own family, because that would be much more important to me than helping me out. It's good to help, but don't help if you're hurting yourself. You know, you've got to take care of yourself and your own family so that you'll be in a better position to help other people. At least that's my view on things. Maybe it's a short-sighted view, but it seems like if more people focused hard, especially from my hometown, we had a culture where everyone was always borrowing money from each other to, you know, pay the most recent set of bills. Well, if more of them focused harder on making sure that they could pay their own bills in the next billing cycle, then no one would have needed to borrow money, you know? So focus on taking care of yourself first. Only help me out if you really have the extra cash to spare, because let's face it, I'm a guy that makes YouTube videos and plays video games to do so. So, like, I understand that I'm very entertaining for people, but I'm not more important than paying the rent or making sure that you're eating well or whatever, you know? Take care of yourselves, guys. That would mean a lot more to me than trying to help take care of me when you can't afford it. Now I'm going in circles and rehashing this point over and over. I've been kind of nervous to make this video because I felt like I was going to get a lot of backlash over the whole, well, the website says we should have servers, why don't we have a server, harumph, anger. But that was, I'm almost certain that was me and not really any sort of reasonable expectation. Yeah, I think I was being a bit silly with that, if I'm being honest about it. But then again, that's how I am sometimes. I just don't always think things through 100%, and I get really worked up when I really shouldn't, because if nothing else, this past month has proven to me over and over again that you guys really, really like what I'm doing, and you really, really want me to keep doing it. So I don't think any minor inconvenience like the server not being up quite as soon as you want it to be is going to suddenly cause a mass exodus, and I'm going to find myself without fans or viewers. Whoa, that was... Ow. Fail. So, yeah. Apologies that this first vlog is going up so late. I think I was also pretty nervous about the idea of coming to you guys and being like, so here's where it is. I don't have treatment yet because timing and scheduling and other BS annoyances. And that's a lot of what my stuff seems like to me a lot of the time. It seems like it's just BS, and I need to just, you know, not have it be BS. I don't know. I'm not making any sense to myself right now. It's a weird situation. In any case, it is getting late. It's well past Apollo Cat's bedtime, and I'm sure she would love it if I could get the use of the bedroom back to her now. So I think I'm going to wrap this up as I've been kind of rambling a bit. Look for more Agrarian Skies moving forward. Also, you should see more of the Blood Magic tutorial as the 1.7.1 updated version is out and available now. So I need to get working on that. Also, I have my first mod pack spotlights being prepared now. They've been something that have been on the list for a while. And I just received word back from one of the developers that I'm going to be doing a game audition for, getting the go-ahead to do so. I like to make sure that I talk with the developer first and get their permission, just to avoid any future issues with copyright. So, once again, thank you all so much for your support. It means the world to me. I've been given the opportunity by all of you to pursue something of a amazing and ridiculous and crazy dream. I mean, who doesn't dream of being able to talk about video games all day long, you know? So, thanks again, guys, and I'll be seeing you around more and more.